OMAR BADJIE, and we will not be seeking for it. We want to see it done.
Peace, let me emphasize, peace. This case is never going to be compromised. This case is never going to be compromised. It is never going to be brushed under the carpet. Yesterday, I went to the Minister of Interior's office to have a meeting with him. Unfortunately, I couldn't meet him. I met with his DPS, Mr. Gassama, and he assured us that he is going to schedule another meeting with us with the minister. But nonetheless, we wrote a petition, a 4-point petition, and those 4 points are the immediate suspension and arrest of all the police officers involved in this case. Number 2 is to set up an impartial investigative team to investigate this issue. Number 3 is to arrest all those police officers charged for murder and be prosecuted. Failure than that, we gave them 7 days ultimatum to meet our demands. We want peace to reign. Wallahi, we want peace to reign in this country. But if government thinks that we are going to brush this case under the carpet, let them think twice, because we want to set a precedent to all the police officers in this country. Police officers are working for the Gambian people. That uniform they wore today, tomorrow another citizen can wear the same uniform. So when serving people, serve them with respect, dignity and understanding. And know that no matter how long it takes, you're going to put down that uniform and you are going back to the society. So if you humiliate that society, if you maltreat them, if you insult them, if you kill them, how are you going to fit in that society after your service to the nation? So that is a $1 million question each and every police officer should ask him or herself. We are not compromising this case. Wallahi, billahi, tallahi. This case is never going to be compromised. And if these police officers are not arrested and prosecuted, we are going back to the street. Let me make that clear. We don't want violence in this country. We don't want to make this country ungovernable. But if government wants to bend the rule, if government wants to bury this case, under the carpet, I will come back here, I will call the youth to the street. And we will make sure that this village is entirely blocked. Nothing comes in, nothing goes out. So before we reach at that level, let the government do the needful. They have the resources in their disposal to go ahead with this case to meet our 4-point demands in our petition. They have the resources. There is no way, absolutely no way, where they can tell us that we cannot meet this one demand or this two demand. They cannot. So I'm appealing, which I should not do, but I am appealing for the sake of the position they have acquired. Let them treat this case with urgency and with every resources they have in their disposal so that peace can reign. In our petition, we gave them 7 days, and we are going to wait after that 7 days. On Friday, I have a meeting with the Minister of Interior. The meeting was supposed to be today. Yesterday, the DPS called me and said the minister wants to meet me. I told him, let him reschedule it because today is the burial. I cannot leave the burial here to go and meet him. So on Friday, inshallah, I'll be meeting the minister. And what I am telling you right now, I'm going to tell him the same thing with due respect. That's what I'm going to tell him. We are not compromising this case. Even if heaven is going to collapse on our head, this case is never going to be buried under the carpet. People have to go to jail for this. People have to go to jail for this. Let them put that at the back of their mind. These police officers have to serve a lifetime sentence. Apart from, that's the only compromise. Other than that, we are not accepting any other thing. Other than that, we are not accepting any other thing. I hope I am clear. And let me emphasize, I will do my best to make sure that peace reigns. The youth are not going out to vandalize people's property. I can assure them that. I can clearly assure them that. If they go to their various offices and houses, let them have peace of mind. But after our 7 days ultimatum, if we did not see any progress, or they want to play hanky-panky games with us, come on, man, we're going back to the street. Let that be clear. So thank you very much. The Supreme Islamic Council members, governors, so many important dignitaries. So after that rejection, the Supreme Islamic Council member told me, let me say this in Mandinka, na ado anin na dino man songola ni moy sadamun ko na fe ya murundala.
And the minister makes it very clear that money was not from government. I am on air. The minister makes it absolutely clear that money was not from government. That was a contribution of the delegation who came here to show their respect to the family. And the Supreme Islamic Council, as a Muslim, and they are my, they are my leaders in my religion. Whatever they say, I have to accept. Okay? And this is what they told me. Nadino man songala. So as a Muslim, Nadino man somina, definitely I'm not gonna do it. So that's the reason I accepted the money. Alright? After accepting the money, I called the family members. I explained everything to them. They never wanted to accept it. But when I told them, you know what? Any $100 you remove from this money, ye jio sangala ya di mola ming. Aparajo e futala Omar Lale. And family members are coming, across the country. Some are coming from Casamas. Every day you have to cook breakfast, dinner, and lunch. We all know in this part of the world when such things happen, you spend. So definitely they're going to need the money. I was able to convince them and hand over the money to them. That money did not spend 30 minutes in my hand. It did not. So those who are saying the government gave 100,000, I don't know where they got that amount from, because the minister never tell me this is the amount which is there, and I never bothered to ask. And we did not count the money. The way it was given to me, I removed it from the envelope. I gave it to the elders. They did not count it in my present. I don't know how much is there. But by holding the money, it is 100 notes. I think there are seven packets of $100 notes, something like that. It's not even up to 60,000. Wallahi, I can assure you guys, it's not up to 60,000. So that is it. That was the reason why I accepted the money. Hope that portion is clear.
It's okay, please.
Thank you.
Yes, actually, it is tragic. I am also from this family. They are my uncles. I came all the way from Fuji to pay solidarity to the honorable member of Busumbala constituency, Honorable Muhammad Kante, and also the councillor of this ward. Strongly as we have gathered, Omar is already gone to his creator. But we all know the rule of law and the principles of transparency, accountability. This is what we are asking for. I also solemnly join the family in asking for his transparent accountability. This is what we want. We want to know the causes of his death. The perpetrators will be brought to justice. This is wholly and solely what we are asking. And as Muslims, we all know destiny is part of faith. Allah has destined this way, but it came through sabab. It came through a means and a purpose. And there are a lot of counter messages on. But we are not bothered about that. What we are bothered is what would the government took towards this matter. And this matter will not be silenced. We are all from families. Bajikunda, this is where my mom is from. So we'll join hands together with the youths of Mandinary and the family, and the people of Busumbala, and that of the Gambia, including everybody, to ask for justice of Omar. We've been having a lot of cases. As I'm standing to you, we are all victims. Aruna Jata of Kanila was broadly murdered by the Senegalese forces, occupancies, foreign forces. A week later, they were transferred and returned to Senegal with piecemeal. The government didn't say anything. Our own youth, who is also from Brok in Fonyi Kansala, Gobi, was murdered and thrown in a well. It's history of his case. Janke of Kanfenda, in my own constituency, was also murdered. History in that making. So I think the onus lies in all of us as countrymen, youth. Let's come, we follow the due process of the law without any intimidation. And we must say it crystal clear. This is our country. The peace and tranquility is unto all of us. We should cherish it and work together to maintain the law and order. But that doesn't mean this case will be silenced. I am listing a lot of numerous cases that this government had paid a deaf ear. And I think the youths of Mandinary, the National Assembly member of this constituency, Honorable Kante, and the two ward councillors, and all of us, the family of Bajikunda, relatives, loved ones, both home and abroad in Mandinary. This is a case that we should all rise to protect and make sure justice is served. That's the interest. That is our interest. We don't want to be in a government or in a country where issues will just be left dumb like that. I'm counting a lot of histories that have happened. People were killed broad daylight, a panel will be set. Nothing has been done about that. But I know this one will be sampled with the way I'm seeing the youths of Mandinary, elderly. And when I heard the testimony of the Imam, I was shocked that our security forces will behave this way. If that of Jabang, security forces will loot money of people, they could do more heinous crimes that we are seeing. So on that note, I am also here as a family member. My mother is from Bajikunda, and this is an uncle of ours. So that's why I also came to pay solidarity with grief and sadness. A youth of this age has lost his life recklessly. And these are allegations that we are now seeing. But investigation will show up. And I know postmortem have been conducted. And with that results, we'll be able to stand firm and pursue this case. This case will not die. But as a sort, it will not be like cases we are talking. We are continuing asking and we'll continue to ask. So it's sad, definitely. And I also urge all the youths of Mandinary to come and let focus on finding justice for Umar. And not only Umar, we fight justice for people who are killed recklessly in this country. On that note, I say assalamu
Can I
alaikum.
ask one question, please?
Yes.
Yes, I mean, having pumped over 2 million Gambian dollars in security sector reform, still we continue to see the same, I mean, what people call as reckless, I mean, behavior from people in force. What is your take on that?
Yeah, as I do say, I'm also part of Defense and Security of the National Assembly. Security sector is not organizing meetings, conferences. I can tell you, within the security, 6 security apparatus, all their bills from the coalition government till date, no bill is before Parliament. How can you reform the security without loss? The SIS bill is nowhere to be found. The police bill is nowhere to be found. The immigration bill is nowhere to be found. The GAVA bill is nowhere to be found. The prisons bill is nowhere to be found. So if you talk of reform, reform is not only centered in coordinating meetings, workshops, or travels. We need reforms by laws. So if those laws are not in place, it becomes difficult. So I urge the government to put their house in order. We are sick and tired of hearing reform, reform. What we want is laws that will complement some of these heinous crimes that we are facing. On that note, I think we as citizens, we should stood our ground and put a test to this government through our representatives that we must push this government to bring us laws that will serve the purpose of reform. If that doesn't work, I think it will just be like, I don't know what description would I even use. It will just be like a game that they will be playing for the rest of their terms. And we are almost into election. 1 year, 4 months. People are served for a term. Nothing was done. They serve another time ending. Almost into 4 years. Yes, still those reforms are a problem. I can tell you, none of those reforms are into Parliament. It's only the NSA, National Security Advisors Office, the bill that was passed just day before yesterday, finally. Apart from that, all the sister institutions, they're lost. Colonial laws, 1940s, 1950s, 18 something, the same laws. So when we talk about reform, these were promises that they have made to the Gambian people. And it's up to you, Gambians, to see whether this is a government that you could also be able to at least be in bed together. So I think it's crystal clear for us to know our purpose. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, "Wama khalaqtul jinna wal ins illa liya'budun." The purpose of human beings, creating jinns and human, is to worship. So in our worship, we will also be able to stand firm and help our country. It's sad for us to be speaking as Gambians. It's sad for us to be talking as Gambians. But it is the onus is you and us. And we also put tests to your representative. A representative is not only going to Parliament, but ask them, what are they doing? What can they push to the government? What they can join to make sure some of these changes are reasonable. But we can push to the latter. But the executive are the principals of those laws. So if they ignore bringing those laws, I am telling you, 6 institutions, none of those laws are before Parliament. So in a serious government, this will tell you if they are really ready for reform. And we'll talk. We'll continue to talk. This government is not serious in any form of reform. So they cannot be, be wolf in sheep clothing against Gambians. So it is you who will be able to move. That's what we see. So on that note, I thank, and I also in solidarity with the family, and also him being the youths of Mandinary, let them stand up. It's not about intimidation. It's about pursuing what is right. And in law, it says justice delayed, justice denied. Let's not like we will now be shouting as they know Gambians. When issues happen today, we'll be shouting for 1 week. After 1 week, things are buried. We have to follow. I am telling you, Aruna Jata was murdered, killed by the Senegalese forces in 2017. Yes, still nobody is arrested. Gobi also a soldier killed and thrown in a well in Fonyi Kansala. Our sister also killed. Yes, still all those things, no justice has been served to these people. So you see, one of our brother who was also arrested, the Alcaro and his brother, and taken to Senegal. They were there for almost 6 months. The brother is paralyzed, half dead. It is caused by the Senegalese forces within the Barrow government. So you see this, would we be comforted being bad with those people when our families are almost half dead? Our brother is already in Fonyi, in Karol, half dead. He cannot even walk. Eating, they do it for himself. He was severely tortured by the Senegalese forces and taken to Senegal, brought part dead. So I think I will also join the youth of this Mandinary through the honorable member and the ward councillors for us to pursue this case so that justice is seen to be served. Thank you very much.
Tahu ni kontra ko atelum dingoti mel ko atelum dinki bat say kontra ko indi no be mu adu ko let moti jam mel ko mo siyasat Omar kay mam problem sa because insaf ko ntil nga nyindi no be kulo 17 years me futu wala desi yalla be 18 years to la jam ndebe futu wala jam watra Omar fa man 10 years to indi no be insaf ntil nga nyindi no be kulo tam bulole ko Omar ke de dinti mu yalla ko amanke dinti mu yalla ay problem no so tole hana be diam nanti fa buka nyaabula nyaako ala nala diamu fa nam fenke baake ter ya baake Omar dal ako jahalo wat iten tolbe wonni ko yakono paral ni boy sole problem no soto e boy sol bay fay futaran to la bunata jam wol tambita nte fangol finti tan koy ko manni dal la jam alfindi mol la ko da ko bos dol fango do fango dun tan koy finti manni la na ko da ko yetiya gaso fay bunata watara mol nata bukan kon do sangol tiya gaso ya fay bundalto ay mobe disturb jam dol fango botal dun ta bungo nata dini mesol fango bente bloko dalo ma nyana kala ni na hanatro ko Umar amamu fa iko nyamole jabulo kon aman droko tabulo kon fo nyamole babulo kon hanni nyamolo luway mum fo wota mande mi nge momuta nyamola di momen ya han ko imanyana ma sengenda sambala luwale balon na aba ko ta mande le nyam bari wandi dum wali fa fay bulo kon ndol be dam ndol man diamo diam so na mangi justice ni tawar ndol fa ngam plan Omar manta badela no fo damanto man justice bari alfa la ke nyalom comme te alfa la ko mol soso ne bula comme ya fo nyame rek ngake wonya
no mi jala fe ni mi ta Omar Talia realize ko yamu ni mi ko nyamu jol tra
no nyamon te fo ñun man nyama fo jede because kabintul nge ñin ka fay man nyama fo je kabri yalla ko Omar fatale o tamole ye nyama ko fintendina ndebe leptanol to nte mo ma satante nte ni tol fangole jakardo mbe diam ke ka fanyi ko nge foken dali nte fango ngen nak
so est ce que bi nga fam kan ni anata ñojo
no aman diam ndol nga ke turu ngole tara ngo nlafta diam la wala le because nte ka moy rumors la ko ye 100,000 di family la nte family ndol nga ako discuss le ko do mo manta mo la ko di mo tala jang special government mo manta mo la because ito la 100,000 woten tol dingo wulindi la no 100,000 ntol hanato ko masuto kabra nyin ko manken tol be balu kanne so ntol man jike tol la ito la 100,000 man tol sama dulado kabri be e ko do nate nan mun nteke mal be mbe bunkone be finti tanale ika understand iko e ko do hand over alkalo le bulo kon alkalo mala di jumala barente fo kabri ngo moy nga kel kumandi ibe nge kumandi banta mitino lan koy ko nga moy le ko rumos ye ko do di atol lale ko do ko di ya di alla nte mami bojam because ntele ba tabil atol le ba do mala woto mo moy ko do woy ko do din tala pour nga do man tiyam fule mari dunya alkiyama because wo ko do 100,000 woten tol samba woten tol dingo wolindi la no molle ba fuka rek malong aseke no ko do ditale bare nte aman ko en nak aman ko en
Okay. What kudo ko ni 100,000 ni. Dafa na to kuma do moy je ko ni ko kudo ni among 100,000 si do ko 45,000.
45,000
So
nte nga moy rumos le ko 100,000 no wala fo
atelier kudo ni confirm le pour ça ko no.
no ko do mo maybe isake nin kulo kono la bare nte ko man ku kalam daje anun tanga mu fo kele wala ko do mo me ko do ta ka din tol nga balu wala ndol ma yam fe dunya alkiyama ka sun tala muso tijam na man ken det o ko do ndol man ni dala ko do ya murundi ya sendil ni to ko do murundi no ya sendil tanga mu fo ko ni to ko do murundi no ya sendil e basol sang anin tasol ye samba jamingol te tala o ko do kana do mo jam ko sun tol man ni dal 100,000 halata ko 200 even 1 million nom woten tol dingo wulindi lan ntol man nit abatabe ndam man nit government la ko do without it all ntol be balu kan still sadamu ko ibuka sende ntol nga fole yalla mu hadama do fengo ni ye kalife mo munna ko imanta mutala imanya na mutala di mo ye kalife pareta imanya na fengo mutala aseke no ya mutale banente ko ma kala muta
ina tan ka kibaro fo ikaru mo mo
nka mo molle la ko do no metol le long etol ke banente ko nka wala foy ndeka moy mollal ko do ñin to le ko do di wala bar kabri nga moy wosuto fon ngebe be commande nge sindi janale sa nakke baya nga ko ante nga moy le ko ñine ko do mun kamana atole ko do mutale bar ko do ko di ali amuta ñun bulo ko non nal ya dim tol nga demo nte ma yam fale dunya alkiyama do so ko don tol man ni dal ko do sendi la mbay ko do tay basol sang anin tasol le tala jame ngol to tol man ni do ko do
Okay. Delo na dal wante wow. Yeah. So Lola. So after Halis Vidal, I think that's not important. The important the justice for Umar Monica important. Even Buru Indina Halis, Bobu No, not yet. Dem bala ñu dem. So guy mu ngi compile a report yep. Su report jene rek then ñun suñ next step dina xam. Waaw loolu la ñu xaar. Result la ñu xaar. Suñ result jene sun next step dafa des si result bi so loolu la ñu xaar so léegi ma ngi ñaan nit yëpp mu nekk xama kaam rek waaw situation mu nekk bi xam na daal loo dina jël cause bi so lii nekk xaalis bi daal is not the solution now so ñu fekk focus naka la Umar mu am justice because ama soldier yi ama ak soldiers police no yàgg na lii we don't do the first man, this is not the second time. Guiding a brutality, you defa bari. So loolu la ñu nekka ne.
So dengan taxaw to fight justice for Omar.
Yes.
La moo nekk seen taxawaay in fighting justice for Omar.
Waaw loolu la mën a wax ni result la ñu xaar. So we can't take any step right now. We calm the situation pour justice mu dem. So justice mu am result yi jéene. Our next step is also going to be known to you people, everybody. So we for this one, ñun jël ko lightly. We'll take it as our own soul, like more soul them na known. I'm the ward councillor of the area, so we'll make sure that we stand to make sure that this justice is done. We are going to do it. I know law is not easy. You ngi try put def lolu pour muñ ak ñu dem ci loi bi. So lolu mo xew legi. Lolu la ñun suñu tanga legi. Ñu ñaan Yalla mu defar everything ñu buga. So li Yalla mu def lolu. Waaw ñu ñaan tamit Umar Yalla mu am harjana ak all the other ups. Yes. Waaw lolu.